Yeah. Well, listen, hey, let's talk about something that we're all familiar with, that we're all excited about. The Royal Rumble is now in the rearview mirror. Rick, I don't know if you got a chance to see the whole pay per view start to finish, but I think it's one of the best WWE pay per views I remember. Maybe the best one in like 10 years or more.
I have to be honest with you. I did not see. I've seen the last 10 minutes of both, the last 15 minutes of both rumbles. I've never. I was grand marshaling.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, before we talk about the Rumble, I,
Yeah,
I have to admit, I'm not from Tampa. I'm not from that area of Florida. I'm not familiar with it, but I know that Gasparilla is a big deal, and you were the Grand Marshal, and I
yeah, it
saw
was
tons
huge.
of press coverage for you down there.
Yeah.
What was your experience like?
Um, it's a calmer version of Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Um, but man, I mean, they celebrated hard. It was, I, wa- to be honest with you, I was exhausted. I didn't drink at all on the float or on the during the parade at all. But then when the parade was over, it's just a long day. It was a lot of fun, rewarding. People really take it serious. They get dressed up like pirates. And I looked over, my internist was running down the road, going, "Rick, Rick."
I love it. I'm glad you guys had fun. Of course, it's a big celebration. More than
Yeah,
100 years
it's
old.
phenomenal, and literally thousands of boats out in the
Wow.
intercoastal.
That's awesome.
Literally, yeah, it's really cool.
Kevin Sharp wants to know, could Rick talk about Paul Jones, the wrestler? Those of us of a certain generation only know him as a manager, but he always seemed to be at or near the top of the card on old wrestling posters.
He was. Paul was a very good wrestler. He was on top when I got to the Carolinas, and he stayed on top for a long time. He was really good. Once again, he was a guy that stayed in one territory. I think he might have gone to Atlanta a little bit. I think he worked in Florida, but pretty much as a southern based guy, that he did very well for himself.